France versus Spain semifinals. Let me just cut straight to the meat and potatoes. Spain will win 3-2 against France. And yeah, let me go over the tactical breakdown of how they will get the job done. First of all, let me clear out the side. And this is the starting 11. De La Fuente will start for Spain. Don't ask me how I know. Let's just begin with who's in goal, okay? Unai Simon, that's been his decision this whole tournament. John Garcia, although I believe he's the best goalkeeper in the world, he just doesn't have the capability for De La Fuente, I guess. But I think Unai Simon been doing great. Only conceded one goal, the least amount of goals this whole tournament. So top level performance from him across their whole back line as well. Just absolute top. I love the center back pairing between Laporte and Kubarsi. I like how Cucurella and Pedro Porro been holding down their flanks as well. Now let's go into the most decisive and most controversial thing: dropping Pedri for Fabian Ruiz. The decision he made against Belgium, was this the correct decision? Now I think what happened was De La Fuente seen what happened with Portugal. Their neighbors, and he's seen what their midfield was cooking up. Smell in a kettle. Coutinho, Joao Neves, Bruno Fernandes, all just dropped the performances that they do at club level, and they let the golden generation let Portugal down. Now, I think this influenced De La Fuente's decision. I do, and I think he's seen the way that Pedri and Rodri step on each other's toes. They both want to play this controlling, deep line six, but they both can't do it because one person needs to be the attacking eight. One person needs to, sort of how Jude Bellingham on England, you see Bellingham run into the box, pick up those scrappy balls, and that's something Pedri just doesn't have in his game. And when it comes to the final third, I mean, throughout Pedri's career, he's always been great in the deep phases of the game, but that final third, I mean, apart from maybe 2 or 3 years ago, that's just not been his game. And at Barca, it didn't need to be his game because Barca has one of the most start-steady attacks. So the fact that he can deep play make with De Jong, I mean, it fit the team, but with Spain, it just doesn't fit. We need more of attacking prowess. I believe Fabian Ruiz provides that. I mean, his brother was back at goals in the Champions League across both their title runs. So I like him as my eight, honestly, and I do think Pedri is probably bar Bellingham the best goalkeeper, best midfielder in the world. But it's just for the fit of the team, I do think Fabio Ruiz just has a better fit. Rodri, you know, to his faults and to his benefit, he has one of the best pass completions. He's such a monster in defense, in the center half. It's like a player just can't get through him. And I do think he holds down that sixth position more than Pedri did. So honestly, applaud to De La Fuente for making tough decisions, because that's a decision um that Portugal just couldn't make to, offer some different options in midfield. So I mean, that's what we're gonna roll with. Now I do believe it's gonna be to our benefit. Okay, now to the Barca attack. Okay, first of all, applaud to Bayena. Baena came into one of the hardest jobs in Europe, filling in for Nico Williams after a star-studded Euro run he had, and I think he's been doing his job well. Obviously, when you have Lamine Yamal opposite to you, you're not going to get as much touches on the wing. But this brother, with the chances he did provide, he's been playing well with Cucurella on this left flank, and I do think he tracks back really well. And I like this brother. He's a good winger. Um, but for me, I do think Nico Williams just provides more options for me. I believe he provides more dynamism. I believe he provides more youth. I believe he provides more electricity and energy to this team that they need. So I would start Nico Williams over Baena, although he had played a lot less minutes this tournament and he's coming back from injury. But to me, I think Nico Williams, he's just some je ne sais quoi about him. Opening goal in the Euro 2024 finals 2 years back, Nations League, just performance after performance. This brother just showed up to the occasion even for Atleti Club. I mean, the brother's bagging titles with Atleti Club, so it's sort of like you gotta give him the start. But that's De La Fuente's decision, and honestly, if we know De La Fuente, we know he's gonna start Baena. I don't think he's has reason to start Nico Williams at the moment. Okay. Now to Danny Olmo. Danny Olmo to me is the most creative and electric player in and around the box. I mean, the flair, the trick, the mastery, the control. This brother, some of the moves I see him do in these dangerous positions, is bar none. So I do like him. Also, I do like Fermin Lopez, but he's injured and he has been at this tournament. A lot I love Fermin Lopez, honestly. And I do think he is probably the missing piece of Spain, but for now he won't be in this tournament, and we have to go with Dani Olmo. And Dani Olmo, I think he's been holding his position great, and yeah, not much to say about him. Keep it up, keep providing some energy out there in and around the box. So great. Okay, now to Lamine Yamal on this right flank. Okay, that's where all the talk's been. Lamine Yamal this, Lamine Yamal that. He's been blundering. He's been failing to perform. The lights are too bright. Can he do it out a World Cup? Can he do it on a wet, cold, rainy night in Stoke? Now listen, let me just give flashback 2 years ago. What were they saying at the Euro when Lamine Yamal hadn't even scored a goal in the semifinals and he matched up against France? What was this brother Rabiot saying? Same exact thing, bro. It's just time and time again. We hear it. Lamine Yamal can't do it. Listen, just any player to rise to the occasion when the lights are the brightest as Mr. Lamine Yamal. I'm expecting not only one of the best World Cup performances ever, but he's gonna shut up the media and he's gonna silence everybody. And hey, bro, I'm waiting for that Instagram or gamble. I know this brother's gonna do the craziest or gamble, and he never. Something about a Lamine Yamal gamble is it always hits, bro. So I'm expecting Lamine Yamal to really turn up, and light it up for Spain tomorrow. So yeah, I mean, my hero, my golden boy, the legend, the inspiration to Spain. There's nothing this brother can't do on the pitch. And yeah, honestly believe we're gonna be in a we're gonna be in a great performance tomorrow. And yeah, I can't wait to see it. Okay, now they're nine though. This is where all the questions lie for me. This. Okay, if we think if Spain happens to lose, in a hypothetical universe 872 world, they lose. I think the person who has all their fingerprints on the crime is going to be Oyarzabal. This brother just doesn't know where to be in the box sometimes. Sometimes I see him and he's just not there, the minimal. He weaves through three defenders. He gets ball on his left foot. He's looking for option. Oyarzabal here, you know, and you know who would be there for him? Who's always there for him? Ferran Torres. People are gonna say, okay, what about his, missed chances on XG, all the blunders he have, him skying the ball, this and that. Listen, when it comes to Ferran Torres, he knows where to be. I'd rather take a missed chance than a chance wasted. Oyarzabal's wasting our chances. And Oyarzabal, okay, to his credit, he has been one of the most consistent nines coming into the tournament. Even for the first round or so, he's been great. But it's just like his performance has dropped ever since that Saudi game. I don't know what happened. And I want Ferran. I want Ferran. If you're not going to start him, bring him in at halftime. If it's not going to be at halftime, bringing him after the hydration break, after the half. Ferran Torres, he just knows where to be. And I think Ferran Torres can convert. Honestly, I do. I love this player. Also, there's been some rumors about him going to PSG. That's not going to happen. You heard it from me. The deal is done. The deal is sealed. Here we go. Ferran Torres is staying in Barcelona. This brother's a Barcelona through and through. We love you to death. Honestly, love you to death, kid. You're not going anywhere, please. Laporta, if you're hearing me, keep Ferran. Please keep Ferran. This brother, sometimes it's honestly unfair the way we treat him. Like, we expect him to play at a level which is just like, it's just not there. But he just provides so much to the team. I think he's just the glue. He's the mesh, you know, in a cold, rainy night against Rayo Vallecano. There's no other player I want Ferran Torres. Against Real Betis, coming in the 80th minute, I want Ferran Torres to be there. Against Real Sociedad, I want Ferran Torres, bro. I love Ferran Torres. Honestly, he's my seven. He's my hero. So please keep him on the pitch, okay? Now, we didn't even get into the tactics about. We didn't even get into tactics about France, okay? So let's get into the tactics about how France will try to play against Spain, okay? First of all, they don't have a problem in the world playing possession game or not playing, having Spain have possession. To me, France will say, "Give me 35% possession." They won't care. Let Spain do all the passes. Let them do the 200 pass completions. Let them get on a 95% or get on the 95th percentile of passes. They're not issued. What they care about is their moments. France is a team of moments. When they lead the counter press with Dembele, this is how France is going to set up defensively. By the way, when they lead the counter press with Dembele and he wins the ball, danger. And we gotta watch out for Dembele. With me, the system player, I said it. I've been on record saying it. I'll continue to say it. Dembele is a system player. He's not the player you guys think he is. Believe me. Um, yeah, this player, he offers something on the press that, to his credit, he's a good presser. Okay, that's what they want to do. They're gonna want to pounce on Spain, but can they? With a back four like this, with a midfield pairing like this, can they? Will they? I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced they can do what they did to Iraq to us. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced at all. Um, yeah, Mbappe. Okay, Mbappe's Mbappe. Okay, if Mbappe back to goal fair, he back to goal fair. You know, Olise, can we neutralize Olise? I don't. I mean, these are players you just can't neutralize. You just got to play the best game against them. Obviously, I don't know why I put Turkey in. Oh well, honestly, Turkey. bar Lamine Yamal and Fermin Lopez, Cherokee is my favorite player. So I do want to see Deschamps play Cherokee, but I doubt he will. Let me just honestly reset France. This is more likely how they're going to set up with Didier Deschamps. I do not have the confirmation on their starting 11 that I do with Spain. This is confirmed, but this I don't know yet. Okay, so yeah, I think France is going to want to counter press. Okay, and the most dangerous thing about their counter press. Okay, now I got this. They don't counter press in open play. That's not what France does. France likes to counter press. Okay, let me reset this. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, that's how their defense position. They like to counter press on a dead ball. For example, a throw in or a goal kick. That's when their counter press is the most dangerous. It's almost like a dragon pressing, like how the Red Bull teams do it. It's very dangerous. So against Iraq, they had two goals off two goal kicks from Iraq. When they get when Unai Simon's right here, he does a little blunder, boom, you have Dembele scores a goal. That's honestly dangerous for them. So yeah, but honestly, I think okay, back to Lamine Yamal. I mean, is there enough words for him? Honestly, is there enough superlatives do I got for him? To me, he just has a je ne sais quoi. Je ne sais quoi. So I think he's gonna deliver for us. You know, so yeah, I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a great game. Honestly, I'm just realizing I could be here for hours talking, but I think tomorrow's just gonna put us all to bed. It's gonna shut us all up. I think he has the components to do that. So I'm very excited for tomorrow. Honestly, it's gonna be a one insane match. This is probably the two best semifinals we could have asked for from a football side. And also, I think the third place game is also gonna be maybe one of the most entertaining games as well. I know people have contentious should the World Cup have a third place game, and I like it.